Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Golf. Hope you're having a great day and even better week. Today we're talking about how to stay cool in this hot summer. And it has been one of the hottest summers where I'm at locally, I think on record, between the humidity and heat. It's been almost unbearable this year. So we're going to run down about 10 to 12 different ways to stay cool between using technology and some other cool things. And this won't be a long review, but a very cool and important review for those who are trying to beat the heat this summer. So the first thing up is, as our grandmothers and parents have always said, is stay hydrated. So one of my favorite ways to stay hydrated is my Yeti. And I don't have a normal Yeti. I like to stay super hydrated. So I use this Yeti. And this holds 64 ounces. I can get a lot of ice cubes about up to here, and then get about 3 or 4 bottles of water just depending, and then fill it up as I go. But so for the first thing on this list is a Yeti, and again, I have multiple sizes, but my favorite is my newest, and it's a 64-ounce tumbler. I think they call this their water tower. But again, 64-ounce Yeti is the first thing on this list. The second thing on this list, and this may sound crazy, is a neck cooler, and they also make some warmer. The one we like is by Sweetful. It's under 25 bucks. You can wear it obviously in between shots. It's a little hard to wear while you're swinging, but we like it. I'll put the link up for the information. But Sweetful makes a great one. There's there's a number of brands out there that also make them that are heated, which we love for the fall and winter. But for 25 bucks, it's a no-brainer. And this one is by Sweetful, and this is a neck cooler that works incredibly well to keep you cool. The other thing, and we've tested them out this year, I'll give you my full review later in the year. We've tested them earlier in the year, are arm sleeves. So if you don't want to be out in the sun or you want to stay a little cooler, you've seen it on tour from PGA to LPGA and LIV and everybody else. You see a number of people with these white sleeves. We've tested them. They really do work. I'll put some links for some other brands that we've tested. But if you want to stay cool and out of the sun, definitely the arm sleeves work very well to keep you cooler. Another thing is a large hat. Now, I'm not a huge fan of bucket hats. I wear a lot of baseball style hats, but I do have a few bucket hats. I'm going to put a link of a couple that we really like. But Titleist, for example, makes a really wide one that you see on tour that guys both play in, and you see a lot of caddies with them. Those are fantastic, and we'll also link some other ones as well. But get a big hat. That I like, a polyester blend that has venting. The one we used years ago, I think Patagonia stopped making it, was the Patagonia, and I'll see if I can find it. But it had literally mesh all the way around it. It was great. I used it for everything, from golfing to landscaping to you name it when I was working outside. It was fantastic. So on this list, the next one is a hat that ventilates, but also is, to me, polyester that's washable. The next thing on this list is a fan. And you're going to say, you're out of your mind. This happens to be a camping fan, but I just want to show you guys how this thing works. It's really cool. Comes with a remote. You can put this in your cart. All you have to do, and you can hear this. I'll try to get closer. It's very quiet. Has oscillating, has a timer, and if you really want to go crazy, even has a light on it. As you can see, there's the light. So great for everything. We've used this in the cart, in the basket behind us, as well as we've actually hung this on a cart, which is probably not the way to do it. Battery lasts between 6 and 8 hours off of one charge. Works really good. Again, very quiet. Comes with a remote. We absolutely love this. Again, this is not an expensive product. Let me turn this light off so I'm not blinding you guys. But you can do a lot of different things, a lot of temperature settings. You can hear, now we'll turn it up. Shows you battery, shows you what cooling the fan is on. Again, oscillating, and a timer. Very cool, not expensive, but we have loved this year. And again, this one is by Ogre. And again, you can pick this up on Amazon, a number of places, and I'll put the links in. But again, one of our favorite little cool things this year. And yes, it does tilt, because I know some of you will ask. But absolutely love this fan. And again, it's battery powered, so you just charge it. And away you go. Very cool little product. Again, not expensive, but a fun little product to kind of beat the heat this summer. Golfing, camping, in your living room, whatever you want, a great little fan. Again, not overly expensive. The next thing up is the right clothing, right? So obviously this is not the time to go all black outside golfing. Although I've seen people do it. I don't know how you do it, but when it's 95 degrees and 100% humidity and you're wearing all black, don't know how you do it. So lot of different brands that we like. Dunning Golf has some great material. Flag and Anthem, who we've tested a number of times this year and like. FootJoy. There's a lot of brands that we really like, but definitely get a dry fit material. I know the trend has kind of been this year to get back into cotton materials. I think there are some great cotton blends like Micro Modal and some other things that breathe a little bit. But I think when it's that hot, obviously lighter colors, but something that breathes really well, both for top and bottom. Another thing that I love, and there's one brand in particular that I've enjoyed for the last decade or so, and that's wool socks. And people say, well, what's socks got to do with keeping cool? You'd be shocked in the technology and what merino wool socks will do for you. One, your feet are not soaked at the end of the day, which I know is gross, but also helps you stay cooler. Your shoes won't smell, your feet won't smell. It's amazing what merino wool does. But the other thing, I learned this a number of years ago by a caddy that used to caddy here locally for a certain PGA Tour player, and he would always say he would try to change his socks after the 9th hole, so when he's going on the turn, and it makes you feel totally different and incredible. So definitely one of our favorites to help you keep cool are Kent Wool, but that's necessarily not that particular brand, although we're a big fan of Kent Wool. Socks and definitely merino wool socks will make a big difference to keep you cool. One of the things that I use when I walk, and you certainly use a push cart, is I call it a sunbrella. I think it's just called an umbrella, but I think there are sunbrellas. An umbrella stay out of the sun as much as you can if you're in a push cart. If you're in an electric cart, and I don't mean electric push cart, but electric cart or gas cart, hopefully you have a roof, although I played this year where we didn't have a roof, which I felt like I was back in the 70s. But certainly you want to have some type of canopy to keep you out of the sun all day long. We're also a big fan of when we park the cart, we try to park in shade to kind of keep an extra couple minutes of, to try to stay a little cooler and certainly maybe catch a little breeze as well. Another thing we love, and I really have liked this, and I use this for everything, cooling towels. And so if you haven't seen these, I'm sure everyone has these. If you've got kids or you work in the yard, you get these soaking wet, you kind of snap them, and all of a sudden it's a cooling sensation. I think it does cool a little bit. I don't know what the temperature differences are, but absolutely love these. I will wrap these around my neck or wear them like a headpiece sometimes. I use these for all types of activities, from golfing to yard work to pickleball or what have you. I think the brand is Mission, and I know they make a bunch of other hats and stuff as well, but we love these cooling towels. Sunscreen. So the next one up is sunscreen, and I was just talking to a dermatologist not too long ago, and sunscreen will actually keep your body cooler from the sun, which is, I get it, I understand it, but it will literally make a huge difference if you wear suntan lotion while you're playing to keep a little cooler and the sun from turning you one bright red, but also give you skin cancer or anything else. But so suntan lotion. So definitely they suggest every 4 to 6 hours reapply. Again, if you're playing when it's 100 degrees out and you're sweating profusely, probably every couple hours put it back on. But suntan lotion, as weird as it sounds to some, will help you stay cooler in the middle of the summer. 2 things and we'll wrap up. One is to eat light. I was just talking to a sports nutritionist last week about this, and their suggestion is to eat very light as you play. Obviously, you want to stay hydrated, you want to eat something, but this is not the time to eat 6 hot dogs at the turn. If it's 100 degrees, eat very light. And lastly, a mister, and I'll put pictures up of ones we've used. So they make these fans that look kind of like the other one we used, but you can actually add water to it, and it kind of mists you as you go. We've used it a number of times this year. It's incredible. This year, for some reason, it has been super hot, so we've tried to use every technology thing we can to stay cool. And hopefully, these things will help you stay cooler. I know we've used them this year, and it's definitely of help. But if you guys have any feedback of what you use that you think is fantastic, please do not be shy. Let us know. We will add it to this list and certainly maybe update this later in the summer or certainly next year. But give us any tips that you guys use to help you stay cool. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick, fun list of how to stay cool in the summer. If you have any questions, again, as always, let us know. If you're new here, please like, please subscribe. We will catch up with you guys next time. Thanks, guys.